Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have, hey yo man, we got Kodak Black with the cocaine charges, man. We gonna talk about that. Yeah, I'm saying. We got Godfrey on why Terry Crews always gets work. I think it is, right? Why he always gets work. Yeah, how he gets work so much. We also got we got D.L. Hughley and the Monique situation, Club Shay, man, and the whole 9 yards. T-Pain leaving reality. We got Rick Ross talking about everything is fair game in war. You know what I'm saying? And we also got folks accusing Jay-Z of conspiring with their ex-husbands. Again, thanks for tuning against them. Again, thanks for tuning. You man, it's M.I.A. It's M.I.A. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source Show. If this is your first time to the channel, man, be sure to hit that like button if you feel any part of the content. We definitely appreciate that. That notification bell's waiting for your tap, so go and give it a tap. And that subscribe button's waiting for your subscription, man. So go to your check this out, man. We setting you off with some good news for Black History Month, man. Today is day, what's today's day? Today is the 9th day of Black History Month. On this 9th day of Black History Month, we see Kodak Black getting his cocaine charges dismissed. That's right. They've dismissed the man. Remember, he got charged with cocaine. They say he got. Yeah. They said he had a mouth. Remember, they said that he had a mouthful of cocaine. That's what they said. The man got a mouthful of cocaine. All right. He was in federal prison. I think they had him in there for approximately 2 months or so. All right. The cops pulled him over in Florida. They caught him. They said that he had cocaine on him and an expired license. And they said his mouth was filled with cocaine. Kodak Black came back out, was like, I would not be above land if my mouth was filled with cocaine, okay? And I don't even think he would have been able to speak. Like, I thought that, don't it numb your mouth? Anyway, today, the judge dismissed the drug charges against Kodak Black because the lab techs proved that the cops were wrong in believing that what they thought was cocaine, okay? He's on probation for lying on a gun application, okay? Remember, Donald Trump had commuted his charges the last 30 months of his 46-month sentence. He was able to come home early. And we don't know really how much getting the cocaine charges is going to really help him out with the whole situation, because they're saying that, like, if he violates his probation, et cetera, et cetera. But remember, his lawyer stated that he shouldn't really be hit with anything because he got a prescription for the oxycodone that he did have on him. So he really shouldn't get into any kind of deep, issues or anything like that. So that's pretty much good news for him. Hopefully, though, if there is a situation with like problems with drug abuse, we would hope and pray. We would hope and pray that Kodak Black gets the help that he needs. You know what I'm saying? If there is a drug addiction issue that the brother is facing, man. You know what I mean? Check this out. Godfrey has stated, right, that there is a reason why the actor Terry Crews always gets work. That's what he said. And his reason is gonna be low-key hilarious. Hopefully this will play. I don't know if it'll. Hopefully this will play. Take a listen to this joint real quick that Godfrey did concerning why Terry Crews gets work. Take a look.
The real reason why Terry Crews gets so much work.
No, because he's
well.
No, but he does. He dances when there's no music playing.
Yeah,
smile's really big too.
It's also you find that means that oh yeah.
But look. Why they did that for, man? Why they did Terry like that? And here's the funny thing: it's not just Godfrey. It was God and crew that made it like absolutely hilarious, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that it went down like that. You know what I'm saying? Check this out, man. The artist T-Pain has officially left the building. Okay. Now look, as you already know, there's been everybody's been talking about the new Apple VR headset or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think the joint runs about approximately like maybe $3,500 or something like that. And here's the thing. I mean, I want to see it. I might want to try it, but I keep seeing videos of people walking around like they swiping at, they got the goggles on their head and they just swiping at various things that are in their vicinity and stuff like that. But I don't think it's like I don't know. Okay. Anyway, T-Pain he left the building. Okay, he done got a hold of the Apple Vision Pro virtual headset. He done went inside of this virtual reality, and he stated he will not be coming out that joint forever. Take a look.
Y'all thought y'all was gonna leave me in this mundane, bad graphics having ass, boring, no color having ass reality. You're sadly mistaken. You got another thing coming, and I'm calling the cops because you fit the description of a hater. I'm just letting you know, y'all ain't leaving me behind in this terrible looking world. I'm gone forever. I'm wearing this bitch everywhere. It's over. Y'all shut down Google Glass because y'all said ain't nobody gonna wear them damn glasses with the little Dragon Ball Z thing on the side of it. You said wasn't nobody gonna wear them shit, and y'all canceled that. Now they gone, and now look what we left with. And then now it's too late. Now we can't go back. It's over. Y'all not leaving me behind in this dumbass world. I want to see everything through this motherfucker now, and it's going down. I appreciate y'all trying, but futile is what I call that shit. So I'll see y'all on the inside. Gather up that $4,000 to come kick it with a nigga on the inside. I'll see y'all there. Peace out.
Yo, he done called your world boring and mundane. You know what I'm saying? He essentially said, you want this ghetto of a world? You could have this ghetto of the world. You know what I'm saying? Look, with his security and toes stuck outside of his amazing world. You know what I'm saying? Making sure the goons don't knock the Sonic coins out of him and take his world. That's what it is. I mean, walking around, like, I don't see how anybody could. Maybe when it becomes like a cell phone where everyone has it, even the homeless person, then maybe no one will knock him upside the head and snatch the joint off his face. But at this point, but at this point, I don't think it's safe to walk around with that virtual reality headset. Maybe in the privacy of your own home. And I can imagine how incredible it is, because I got something like that. It's like the little Oculus joint, the Oculus 2 joint. That is it's heat. It's straight fire. Okay? Like, I love that thing. And I think it's pretty incredible. And it's the old version. Just the 2. Okay? But the Apple Vision Pro thing, I don't even want to do that. I don't want to go into that world, because I could see how the cell phone is addictive enough. Can you imagine having that thing on your head and everything looks absolutely normal and is weightless? Man. Anyway, and you know what's weird? I just saw contact lenses that kind of sort of did the same thing. I was like, man, it's becoming too much in this world. If I had the thing on, all I got to do is just increase the saturation of the colors, and I'm never leaving. That's all I need, just increase the saturation. Anyway, where we at over here? Didn't I have something else? All right, look. Do I really want to cover this? Okay, a lot of folks may have been on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay, right? But Cat Williams going on there and speaking his piece, it changed the game something serious. Look, it's looking more and more like that's the spot to voice your concerns about your ills with different pieces of the industry. And we're seeing a lot of turbulence in the field of comedy, which I find to be relatively fascinating. But although they do say that comedians tend to experience deep depression, which I find to be relatively, I guess it's like ironic. You know what I mean? Anyway, Monique has now went on Club Shay. And we know that Monique generally tends to have a lot of turbulence with a lot of the people she comes in contact with. Okay? Monique done went on Club Shay. And she said quite a few things, getting on Oprah, Tiffany Haddish, Kevin Hart, and D.L. Hughley. Just to say the least, right? D.L. Hughley hopped out the cut to let her know she got one more time to speak another lie. Take a listen.
Well, Club Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a wait set. So Monique was on. Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do has got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she said she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints, I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't, because I respected her wishes. She's a light and warm to people, except when she's using it to butter somebody up to get something. There's a reason why everywhere she go, it starts. Everywhere she goes. How is it that nobody with you, not even your family? How do you, well, I was on the road getting it. I get it every goddamn week. Look at my schedule versus yours. See how much I'm going. And I still manage to have a relationship that I cherish with my children. Can you say the same? You can't. Because all you do is talk about your grievances and who did you wrong. There's a reason you're by yourself. There's a reason you got to pay a man to love you. It's sad. There's an old adage that says you can't buy love. It's a shame, Monique, that you probably always will have to. She knows she was lying. And it only stopped when everybody from my family checked her. It's interesting. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? You won't ever see her with her family, videos with her children or grandchildren, because nobody with me. How do you have sweet babies when your own babies don't with you? How do you love us for real when there's no evidence of anybody loving you for real, except your daddy, who you apparently have to pay? And FYI, daughters are paid for by daddies, not daddies who get paid by their daughters. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? Telling jokes. Monique, if she'd have spent as much time actually writing jokes and writing her Netflix special as she did complaining about not having one, it wouldn't have been trash. It got the worst reviews of any Netflix special in history. Because that's what Monique does. She complains and she has grievances. You never see her being a human being. You never see her being sweet.
Like anybody that knows good business, you said the memo was saying this is what I would like, right, but the contract is saying this is what it is. Okay? Yeah. He put out a memo to our community, and that touched me a little different because I was saying, why would you lie to our babies? Because now they're thinking if they send somebody a memo, that's what they're supposed to get. Mm-hmm. Okay? I was contractually signed to go as the headline. Right. You mean you go live? D.L. Hughley didn't come into the building until 9:30. Now, contractually, I said I had to be on stage by 9:30 because if the show starts at 8, I refuse to keep an audience waiting. Right. That is disrespectful to the audience. Correct. When I went on that stage, Shannon, I made sure everything I said, he heard me. Because now you're here and I'm going to say it to you.
Look, that man looked at his wrist and was like, I got time today. That's what he said, man. You know what I mean? My thought process is once there's discussion about children experiencing trauma, gloves are off at that point. Like you're talking, like if you, D.L. Hughley's like, you talk about my daughter going through the trauma that she went through and the gloves are off. If somebody brings in the kids, then, because kids are supposed to be off limits technically, but you bringing the kids in there, now it's like it's whatever now we about to go all the way in. You follow what I'm saying? Let me see it. Now didn't Monique have a response to that? I think she did have a response to that. Let me see if I can find that response real quick. All right, I got the response. Take a listen to Monique responding to what D.L. Hughley had to say. Take a listen real quick.
Our brother, D.L. Hughley. And we are firm believers on what is right and what is wrong is wrong. Yes. So we got to start off by saying there was an inaccuracy as it regards Monique saying that there was a cease and desist that was given to DL to shut it down. Mm-hmm. What had taken place, to be accurate, was after Monique spoke to Brother DL on that conversation, Brother DL said, what?
Well, after we spoke on that conversation, when we hung up that phone, the last thing he said was, it is what it is. And I said, DL, then we're going to have to get our attorney involved. That's the last thing me and D.L. Hughley said on that conversation.
And after having that conversation with Monique, we went and got, if we come together, we're going to win just by default. So at the end of the day, when you get to talking about how Monique is not loved and this, that, and the other, that's your perception. But what I'll say is it is due to the love that we have that we're able to love those that say things that could be construed as hurtful, but we understand that the old saying of hurt people, so we don't take what you say personally, brother. And again, it's nothing but love, in addition to the fact I'm Q-Sci-Fi. Just like you, except I've been in about 29 going on 30 years. I'm not going to argue with you, frat. Ain't nothing but love. So we wanted to extend that to you and let you know what it is. And again, if you ever want to speak, let's have a real conversation.
You know, when I watched DL say she went after my wife, she went after my daughters, I want to really be clear who I went after so that there's no confusion here. When I was on stage, when I'm on stage and we are performers, we are performing to the audience in front of us. When I was on that stage and I said it must be hard to perform oral sex,
but differently,
okay, on a coward, that had nothing to do with Mrs. Hughley. That insult was directed straight to you, DL. That had nothing to do with your wife. That was straight to you. So it felt like you were trying to pass it off as if I was going after your wife. When it comes to your daughter, to the baby that you did a post about, you did an interview about, I didn't do that interview. I simply reposted.
With her being under the impression that this was going to be resolved and shut down. So we wanted to make that clear out of love and respect for Brother DL. And despite all the commentary that he gave, with all the crunches she be doing, the captain's in the front.
I do.
And
I do.
Tell him.
I'm a sneak snacker, baby.
And she doesn't sneak when she snacks.
Okay. Hey.
But nonetheless, we wanted to be clear because at the end of the day, we black folks in this world of entertainment. And there was a level of harshness in his return that seemed a little bit exaggerated for the moment. And we wanted to make it clear, and I think Monique, our attorney involved, Attorney Anderson, at the time, there were some emails that were transferred back and forth between his side and our side, and it escalated to a point when we had our attorney on the email, whereby then finally DL said that he would scratch the interview.
Yes.
So it was inaccurate that a cease and desist had to be given. However, that was the next step, and that's what Monique remembered, because when I discussed it with her, we said that would be the next step. But to DL's credit, at that moment, when it had escalated, that's when he decided to shut it down. However, that is a bit different from how it seemed to have been communicated, whereby on the phone, they were having a conversation and it was kumbaya. Though he never used those words, kumbaya, it did not.
That's what they had to say, man. I don't know, man. I hate seeing the beef in the realm of comedy. You know what I mean? Like, I wish that like it wouldn't be so hostile. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I think it's always revolving around. Well, let me not even go there. Anyway, where we at over here? Didn't I have something else? Oh, let me give you this piece of information. All right. The man that invented the Glock switch, okay, the switch. You know what I'm saying? Rappers always talking about switches on their guns. Jorge Leon, the man who created the Glock switch in 1987, says that he regrets creating it because of its alarming rise in popularity amongst teens, and originally made it to sell to the military to combat terrorism. He goes, quote, "I wish I would have invented something better for the world." Close quote. Oh, you wish you invented something better, Jorge? You wish you invented something better? Yeah, congratulations. You invented a killer weapon. You know what I'm saying? Something that helps a weapon kill more efficiently. You know what I'm saying? Originally made it to sell to the military and to combat terrorism. So how the hell is it ending up in the hands of teenagers? I mean, this is insane, man. I mean, but see, let me just throw this out here. All right, I firmly believe that Judgment Day will be at the end of time, because the actions that you do today, right? Like if you died today, all of the things that you did, it doesn't stop just because you died, bro. You following what I'm saying? If you do evil or you come up with an evil creation and you die, other people are still continuing to utilize your evil creation, continuing to make the world worse. Are you following me here with this? So there's still a snowball effect for all of your bad actions. Just because, like, if you kill someone today, right, then you get arrested or whatever, they give you the death penalty. Just because you're dead, the results of your actions continue on. This is why it makes sense for Judgment Day to be at the very end of time. Not at the end of your death, at the end of time. Am I making sense? Because your actions haven't been fully tallied up. The consequences of your actions haven't been tallied up. Okay? There's still a record that's tallying up. That's the only way that the judge of the universe can be a fair judge. Are you following me? I mean, if he lets you off the hook, then he's not a good judge. He's a horrible judge. He gotta get you for the crimes that you've committed. Which means any wrong that you do is going to continue even after your death, down the generational line. It just is what it is. You following me? That's why like I'm trying to tell you, man, you got to do the right thing, because that also follows you too, I believe. That's why I think, Judgment Day at the end. So this guy Jorge, I mean, he might, I feel bad, I'm so sorry, I wish I would have invented something better for the world. Whatever, man. Okay, now that you've done what you did, there will be, and it's different if people take it and now misuse it for something else. But was it really used for? You know what I mean? To combat terrorism? I mean, intentions, I think, make the difference too. But everybody will pay for their own. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Judgment Day is for, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be individual. Let me go to my shout outs real quick. Who we got on deck? Let's see what we got here. All right, Red Clay said, yo, nah, bro, I just saw the wheelchair video. Why you send me to hell, but you don't want to read the comments, bro? Was he doing the blood walk? It's okay. I'm in a wheelchair myself. Hey, look, Red Clay, I wasn't going to read them comments because I felt bad. Like, that was crazy. Like, if he's talking about the video from 2 days ago, if you missed it, man, don't watch it. I'm telling you, don't watch it. The middle of the wheel, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's the wheelchair video. Anyway, One Muscle said, yo, forever appreciation for you and your channel and your content. We appreciate that, One Muscle. You know what I'm saying? I love when y'all hold us down like that, man. Well, I don't even like the way that sounded, but you know what I mean. Lil R said, hello, I'm new to your channel. Are you a Christian? Enjoy the content and presentation. Yes, I'm a follower of Christ. You know what I'm saying? Believer in the scriptures. You know what I mean? Old and New Testament. 1,000,000%. Damian James said, look, I don't know, Celeb. They might come after you saying they need us for protection. You talking about the women? Not if they smart. If they smart, then they know, like, yeah, this world is horribly male dominated, and it would behoove them to gladly fall under the protection of men. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. Now, and look, I don't care if you don't agree with me. I know it to be true. You know what I'm saying? If you don't think this is a male dominated world where men, like, come on now, like, are you for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be blind or in denial or something like. Well, I don't even want to say blind. You'd have to be in denial. You know what I mean? And Dreamers said, Dreamers said, it's not about being afraid of the corporate giants. It costs money to even take them to trial, and the figureheads know how to drag it out, and we bleed funds while they just wait it out for you to renege from lack thereof. If the playing field was even, then it wouldn't even be a handicap from the go. That's a pretty insightful comment, I would think. I think it is possible to drag it out and make you lose a lot of money in the process. I can see how that could be. They shouldn't be able to do that, though. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's go back to it and wrap this bad boy up. Rick Ross has stated, right, that Nicki Minaj mentioning Megan Thee Stallion's moms, who passed from brain cancer back in 2019, is not out of order, seeing that hip-hop is a blood sport. When asked if Nicki went too far to mention Megan Thee Stallion's late mom, he said, I don't think you could go too far. This is a sport. It's hip-hop. It's about having that fun. I call it fun. Megan got off her record. She got off her joint. You know, Nicki being the queen she is in the rap game, she responded, got off a record, and that's what you supposed to do. Is she disrespecting her dead mother? I haven't heard it. I've done things too. When I'm at odds and I'm making my music, I've done things and said things, so sometimes it's cuff 'em. Close quote. That's the way I hear him in my head. Don't at me. Yeah, I mean. But I don't think that really answered the question. The man said, is she disrespecting her dead mother? I didn't hear that. Then he goes, I did stuff like that too. So it like you don't got to me it's like you don't got a problem with it because he did it. I mean, I guess. Like, I was always of the belief that when you engage in combat, you can't dictate the measures the other person could go to. If they decide to little boy atomic bomb your ass, you know what I mean? And then you can't be shocked. Some people's self-worth is largely dependent on their win-loss ratio. Like, they hate to lose. And finally, listen, man, this one I did not see coming from a mile away. You know how the song Swagger Like Us? It's using the chorus from an artist by the name of M.I.A. M.I.A, she had an album that was so sick. She had a couple albums that was sick. But M.I.A went on a crazy Twitter rant. Okay, I think it was yesterday, saying that she is not allowed to see her child from her ex, Mr. Bronfman or something like that. Now, the Bronfman family pretty much got rich through the Seagram Company, and his father was the CEO and chairman of Warner Music Group. Now, M.I.A is stating that Jay-Z, who managed her through Roc Nation, is part of why she lost custody of her 14-year-old son. All right, this is what she posted. She said, I sacrificed my career for my child. They ripped me off and copied my style and gave it to their puppets and shadow banned me on every platform. Her music was heavy. That's what you heard. The Swagger Like Us, that's her song. Okay? It's from the song Paper Planes, I believe. Right? She said they ripped me off, copied my style, gave it to their puppets, and shadow banned me on every platform, but it was worth it to save him from the madness of what you now know. She said, the day I was served from my child, Roc Nation stopped all communication with me, and all my emails to Jay-Z asking for help was wiped from my inbox. My, I guess, inbox or email was broken into, and every laptop was taken. I was trapped in Brooklyn. And every lap was taken. I was trapped in Brooklyn on orders served that restricted me from leaving Brooklyn for 15 years. And she went on to say, my first custody battle was 2013. My child was 4. I was managed by Jay-Z, who ultimately was paid by Bronfmans. I can't say this man's name, okay? I sacrificed, and that's what she said. She sacrificed her career. They ripped her off, copied her style, etc., etc. Now, the Bronfmans and Jay-Z have not responded to this whole thing about her being, like, they have not said anything about it. So this is like relatively interesting. It's unusual. It's an unusual claim, but it's a claim nonetheless. We're waiting to see if Roc Nation got a response to that. And I would hope that everything plays out well. But if they do give a response, we're going to hit you back and let you know what the response is all about. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, man. Be sure to like. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news.